I'm just getting all set up here because my phone was doing something a little different as always. Yay. Let me go ahead and bring that about there. I think that's, let me see if that's about right. Try to get the balance right. Okay. Okay, let's get the light out of the picture. There we go. Well, I hope you guys are doing great and having a fantastic week. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, as you all well know. And I want to go ahead and just start off with that. And then I'm going to jump in. Wanted to play you one of my favorite hymns. And this is a Native American flute that I picked up when visiting my uncle in Arizona years ago. And this, I just want to tell you what this is in case you all are interested. This is made by a man named Butch Hall. And this is a concert flute in A minor. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for a couple squeaks here and there. That's the interesting thing about doing something live is you can't go back and overdub. But anyway, let me go ahead and say hey to some of you all in the chat. Lynn, I'm so glad you're the first comment today. I have a special little surprise for you. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Well, anyway. Okay, I have it somewhere in my stuff. I wanted to give you that crochet world calendar that I showed you all last week. I just had it on my heart to make that the first person to. I don't always do this. It's just once in a while. I just have a little something. And if you're interested, if you don't already have a copy of that, let me know. If you've already got a copy, I can give it to somebody else. But just want you to know it's got your name on it. So if you could email me your address and so forth, so I can just pop it in the mail to you today. Okay, I hope that blesses you. It's a really cool calendar, and it has you can still get these from Crochet World magazines. Let me go ahead and find that right away. I made the mistake of cleaning up my room. Hold on a second. Here it is. You ever do that? You ever clean up your creative space and then you can't find anything? This is what I'm giving Lynn. I showed this last week. And in case any of y'all are interested, each day, I mean, this is beautifully done. Each day, or I'm sorry, each month has a beautiful crochet pattern you can look at on your wall. And here's a picture of all the designs in the year. And at the back, of course, are all the written instructions for all the designs in your yearly calendar. So you can make something each month if you'd like. So that's for you, Lynn. Okay. Guys, I got so many things to talk about. Actually, it's not a long list, but I'm excited about a couple things. But let me go ahead. I just want to greet you all because that's the most important thing that I'm going to do today. And Lynn, I'm going to read her comment because it's always encouraging and uplifting. Lynn says, thank the Lord for you today, Sister Bonnie and Hannah Barker and everyone in the chat. I'm on my way to the eye doctor. Just wanted to say, praise the Lord. Oh, wow. So I don't even know if you're still here, Lynn, but I hope you get to watch the replay. Email me and we can get that to you. So we have Dawn. Hey, Dawn Anderson says, good morning to everyone. Hope all of you had a wonderful, blessed day. Yes, I hope we do too. And Leon, and wishing everyone a wonderful holiday. And Judy from dreary Brazelton, Georgia. Oh my goodness, it must be raining or something there. For once, you should come up here. It's not exactly the sunshine state right now, but the temperatures are nice and it's not raining. So really happy about that. Looking forward to a day, all day tomorrow on the road. Woohoo, going south. So going to the free state of South Carolina. Gonna see Hannah and Mrs. B. Looking forward to that. We're going down a little bit early and gonna finish out the year meeting family, which is kind of cool because what happens is South Carolina's like about here. We're up here on the eastern seaboard, and my other kids are around here somewhere. So we all kind of converge in one convenient location. Actually, I've got some even north of us, but anyway, so we're all getting together and really excited about that. We have Judy in our chat, and we have Wanda. I hope things get a little brighter for you, Judy. Hope the weather clears up for you. And Wanda says, praying all are well. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I'll need to watch later. Well, Wanda, when you rewatch, we're saying hey to you, my friend. And we have Racine and Brat's mom. Oh, she put a little picture in there. How did she do that? Wishing us well and a blessed day from sunny southwest Chicago suburbs. Wow, that's cool. We have a Crafters Grimoire Sanctuary. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry. I'll need to go get my dictionary out. And she says, yay, I made it. Grabs coffee, spinning project, and favorite chair. Well, welcome. I am so glad that you're here, even if I didn't pronounce that word right. I might need to ask my daughter. I think she's a big fan of that particular thing you're referencing there. And Love to Craft is here. Hey, it's good to see you, my friend. And I'm just patiently waiting with my cup of coffee. Yeah, I hurried up and downed my tea. I got this really good tea. It's called vanilla or almond vanilla. I get it from World Market. If you ever had that, it's like in those round cans. I know it's fancy schmancy, but I don't drink that much tea. But when I do, I love the aroma of that. And look what I have for you guys today. Let me take the wrapper off so you can smell it. I have to get a whiff. I had this put in the refrigerator to keep it fresh. Okay, let's see if you can see that. Can you see that better now? Doesn't that look yummy? Well, you know what? If you've got some 10x sugar, a pan, just a regular old cooking pan for your, or a pot for your stove, a cup of peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of cocoa, a little bit of vanilla, and a stick of butter. You can have some within the hour. This is my quick and easy. It is quick, believe me. It is very quick. You just mix it up in a pan on the stove. I add a little bit of water to that just to keep it from burning, but to help it to kind of mix in together. You mix it till things kind of melt together. Then you put it in a pan and you just let it sit. And if you want it even faster, just put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes and you've got a plate of peanut butter fudge. I made some of this for a Christmas party for a church group that I attended this week. And I always make a double batch, so I have leftovers. So if you see those extra pounds on me, I'm trying to cover them up with my scarf. That's where this came from, between the chocolate chip cookies and the fudge. I mean, those are the 2 main reasons why I am deferring any watching my eating until 2022, is I need to have my peanut butter fudge. So, and if you guys want to watch the video, I put a link in the video description below. You just click on that link, and I think it was about 2 years ago, I made the video in my mother-in-law's kitchen down in the Carolinas to show you how to make the peanut butter fudge. And that was right before everything shut down. So get that peanut butter fudge while you can. It's really good. It's really fun and easy. Of course, if you're allergic to peanut butter, forget everything I just said, okay? But it's really good. And I ran out of vanilla. And I just so happened to have a bottle of amaretto in my pantry, which probably has even less alcohol in it than vanilla, really. But just put that in for the flavoring instead of vanilla, and it came out just fine. So anyway, it's really hard to hurt this stuff unless you just totally burn it up on the stove. You can't hurt this, I promise. So if you're one who burns cookies in the oven, this is for you. Just don't walk away from it while it's cooking. Don't let it burn on the bottom. But even if it burns a little bit, it doesn't have to hurt the whole thing. So anyway, give that a try. Or if you need a dish, to take with you somewhere, it's cheaper than buying. It's probably cheaper than buying, those cookies at the store too. So it's quicker, cheaper on your budget, and it's probably better too. So anyway, and it might even be, I was gonna say it might even be healthy because it has peanuts in it, right? Maybe not. But anyway, it was a try. Um, all right, well, let me go ahead and see. Hey, say hi to more folks here. We have Tracy Hamilton. Hey, Tracy, I'm so glad that you're here. And Swati, she says, going to miss at least part of this for a work meeting. Happy Friday, happy holidays. I hope everyone's doing well here from sunny LA, though it has been rather gloomy lately. Welcome to our world, Swati. Yeah, I know, I understand growing up in Florida, where you have the sunshine state, and it was sunny all the time. I never appreciated that at all. I could go outside and play or work, or, when I was older, drive to the beach with some friends. Any time of the year. We used to do that at Christmas. On Christmas Day, once we were done, if we wanted to get out, we would just go to the beach. I am not kidding. Um, Fast forward about 40 years, living in the north. Oh my gosh, I appreciate the sun now so much more than I ever did growing up. So all that to say, sorry, Swati, but I'm not going to get a lot of sympathy from us northern folks, I guess. Oh, but we love you. So glad that you're here. Hope you're doing well. And let's see, who else do we have? Tracy wants to know, is everyone ready for the holidays? You know what? I think I am. Tracy, I hope you guys are too. I just look forward to whatever the Lord provides. I mean, don't know what I'm going to be doing. But most of the work part of it, I guess you could call, shopping and all that. That's done. It's been done for a while, but just, just need to keep the keep the YouTube channel alive and well. Hannah is here. Hey, Hannah. And we just got $5 from Archer and Ace. Again, thank you so much for your kindness. So that brings us up to about $25, I think, towards the next song or so. Although today's was just for fun. Thank you for listening. Um, we have Regine from Paris. Whoa. And Ellen, yes, you recognize this song. O Come, Emmanuel. One of my favorites. Kind of a mournful song, but still one of my favorites. We have Rosie King from Lincolnshire. Let's see. Thank you, Hannah, for being there for us today as our administrator. We have Crochet Done My Way with Wanda. Hey, Wanda, I hope things are going. I know you're busy. I know you're busy. Wanda's out there probably carrying most of the things you guys are buying for gift giving this year. We have Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, I don't remember that name before, but so glad that you're here with us live. And Bruce, I'm sorry, Charlotte Bruce, and okay, I think I'm catching up here. I just want to make sure I don't miss too much here. And see, thank you guys for your sweet comments too. Yeah, musicians love that kind of stuff. Oh, yes, Terry. She was asking if I got your card. I did. Thank you so much. We have not sent out we usually send out our Christmas cards sooner than we have. I'm waiting on my editor to get, his final approval. And he's been very busy at work. So I need to just send a little nudge. That's not a nag. You know what I mean? That's why I want to be careful. I don't want to nag my man. He's such a great guy. And I'm going to tell the whole world. He didn't ask me to do this. He didn't even put this in the chat for our children. But he's getting a special award today from his work at the National Institutes of Health. I am so excited for him. He's worked so hard. He's been there over 33 years. working very hard to improve upon um, on things like magnetic resonance, MRI imaging. If you've ever gotten a PET scan, as in positron emission tomography, I'm not talking pets as in cats and dogs, but positron emission tomography, it's nuclear medicine kind of stuff. Um, you may have benefited from some of the research that he has been working on diligently for, like I say, more than 3 decades. He was one of the pioneers um, in working with MRI and the PET imaging and stuff like that. So he's not somebody that everybody knows, and he's not one to seek the limelight in any shape or form. But he is getting a special award today, and I'm like, yay, it's about time. But great man. I'm very, very blessed to call him my husband, and certainly don't deserve him, but I'll take him. You know what I mean? Just one of those blessings that we don't earn. God just bestows upon us, and just very, very thankful for him. And I know Hannah is too. And anyway, I'm excited, and that's one reason why I'm going to have to kind of have a shorter time today, because they're going to be broadcasting. The award is actually not going to be given to him in person. It's going to be a virtual thing. Because of the COVID stuff, I guess for whatever reason you can't have people together, and so and it's in the hospital. So I guess they have to toe a higher line than the rest of us on this. So it's going to be broadcast. So I'll be able to watch it on my computer starting at about 2 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm going to have to kind of wind up early so I can take my son out to lunch on the usual Friday, and then get back in time to make sure I don't miss anything. But I just want to get back to saying hey to you guys. But anyway, I sure get carried away sometimes. We have Namina with us, Judy and Angela from New River, Arizona. Yeah, Angela, like I say, I bought this in Arizona, in Prescott, Arizona. The last trip that I got to see my aunt and uncle who lived there before they passed away during 2020. I miss them. I'm gonna try not to think about that right now. We have Red Hooked. She says, love it. Hello, all from Ohio. Well, welcome, Red Hooked. That is a cool name. Tracy says, in my grade school choir, we learned to play a flutophone. It was a blast. You know what? These are really cool instruments, and you don't have to read music. You don't have to do diddly squat with music to be able to play these. And if you can blow into something like this, I mean, you can make this get some really cool sounds, and you could learn how to play these. If they're very easy, and it's something you can just enjoy on your own. And there's a guy that I follow. I've not met him personally, and this is not a paid endorsement or anything, but there's a guy who has a channel on YouTube, and I know if you reach out to him, say Bonnie sent you. His name is Johnny Lipford, and he sells a lot of these online, and you can order them. And I know that um, he has a very small online business, and that's what he's trying to do to support his family. So if that's something you might be interested in for a special Christmas gift, they have really nice Native American flutes, and they're made out of really nice woods. Some of them. I mean, I think this one is cherry wood. It's a harder wood, has a much higher, nice projection to it. It's one of the, and again, it's a Butch Hall flutes. And his company is in Weatherford, Texas, but Johnny Lipford sells some of these, and others that I'm sure are excellent. But if you're looking for something to just dabble and not break the bank, that is something you can look into. And they really do produce beautiful tones. And again, with very, very little experience or knowledge, you could really, really enjoy these things. Although the scale on this one, this is not a flute channel, but let me just play you the scale. It's something called a pentatonic scale, which means 5-tone. The common scale that we hear in music, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that's called well, that would be an octave. It's called the diatonic scale. So, but that's what we're used to hearing in Eastern, not Eastern, in Western kind of sounding music. But this is the scale. So that's the scale, the pentatonic scale that these are built upon. So if you do get into those, just know that it's not a do re mi kind of an instrument, but it's the pentatonic kind of a minor sounding scale. All right. Ooh, that was a squirrel I was following. It's all your fault, Tracy. Thanks for saying something though. Yeah, these things are fun. Um, and let's see, we have Kim from Newport News, Virginia. Hey Kim, thanks for joining us. And Patrice from Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, I love Ohio. That's the birthplace of my parents, down in Cincinnati, down there by the river. We have Kate from Australia. She says it's been woo. She says, I'm glad you put the Fahrenheit conversion in there for us Americans here. She says 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit here. Oh man, you're making me hot. Wow, that is hot. The last time I think I experienced heat like that was down in El Paso, Texas, crossing over the border into Guadalupe, Mexico, um, doing some time down at the Rancho 3M place. We have Maureen Youngblood. Hi, everyone. Weather may be keeping me from chatting too much, but hope to stay with you. Oh boy, I wonder if you have a lot of high winds or something. We have Mandy from the UK and Karen from North Carolina. We have Jody and Kimberly and see, Kate says, I've never seen snow in my life. I'd like at least one Christmas someday. Come on up here, Kate. We'll get you an extra shovel if you, whenever we get some snow. Um, yeah, yeah, snow is great as long as you don't have to drive in it. Um, and it's not that I'm worried about driving in it, just how is everybody else going to be driving in it when they're around me? That's my biggest concern. Not that I'm infallible, I'm certainly not, but wow, yes, driving the first snow is interesting. Always a walk of faith, right? Um, and Jane Scott says, hi, all, finally made it. Did you do it, Bonnie? Jane wants to know, did I do it? Well, what does Jane want to know? Yesterday, I not yet, Jane. I haven't picked up my guitar yet. I had to take my Taylor guitar in for a repair. I've needed to do this for a long time. The little knobby thing that you attach your input cord when using an amp, which I don't do too often, but I need to have that working whenever I need to connect it to my acoustic amp. Has been really rattly, and it's been just not, it's just been about to fall out of the end of the guitar, so I needed to have that fixed. There's a little thing that you screw in on the inside, but it's complicated. My hand doesn't fit all the way in there. You have to have a special tool, so I had to take it to this shop. And while at the music store, yeah, I got a little tempted. There's something that might come home with me later on today, Jane, and I just had to get approval. My husband and I don't make big decisions without talking about it first. But this is actually not a really big decision. It's kind of a guitar that I've kind of thought about getting, and I might go ahead and get it. It's actually a used guitar, and so it's a discounted price, but it would be a really nice travel guitar for me to add to my collection, because if I'm going to connect this to another announcement. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to dovetail into this because it looks like 2022 might be a travel year. Yay! We're going to be able to get on an airplane and go someplace far, far away, starting in April. April 20th through the 23rd. This is the first official day that I can make this announcement. This was released online this morning by Interweave Yarnfest. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the classes, but whenever I do the classes, I like to take breaks just so that, because two of the classes I'm going to be teaching are 6 hours long. So, yeah, 6 hours. But I will tell you that whenever we do classes like this, they do go really fast because we move through a lot of material quickly. It's crochet related. And every hour or so, I take a break with everybody because it's just good body mechanics to just not sit for a long, long, long period without a break. Probably should take more breaks. But so what I do is about every hour on the hour, I say, okay, everybody put your stuff down, back away from the tables, stand up, stretch, and then we do a fun song or something. I make everybody feel ridiculous and silly. And so I like to bring a guitar along for that. And I just needed a guitar that was lighter, number one, that was less expensive, number two, because I don't want to take a $3,000 guitar and have it smashed on the airliner somewhere or stolen or whatever or just broken. And so the guitar I'm looking at is a very economically priced guitar, but it has a great sound. It's a Martin. I mean, it's a great sound. It's beautiful to look at too, and it sounds really good. And it's going to be perfect. It's lighter, and it comes with a lightweight carrying case. The carrying case I have for my really good guitars, but the guitar in it probably weighs close to 40 pounds, and that's a lot to lug through an airport. So if I'm giving you all my excuses, yeah, that's what I'm doing. But hubby thought, yeah, that's a great idea. So, and then it just coincided that I get the email that Yarnfest is really going to happen this year. Yay! So the guitar is coming home with me if nobody else bought it yet. So it's coming home with me today when I go to pick up the repaired guitar as well. So anyway, really excited about that. And let me give you some details about it. It's going to be in Loveland, Colorado. So if you're flying in, you're probably going to have to fly into Denver. That's what I'm doing, flying into Denver and then getting a car and then driving a couple hours, which driving in Colorado is fantastic because it's so beautiful out there. Or at least I think it is. And I just love, I really enjoyed my first time out there, which was back in 2014, I think. Or was it 13? Anyway, it's been a while. And it's going to be at the Embassy Suites in Loveland. That's the Loveland Hotel. And there is a code for the early bird special. You can save $20 off of the workshops. If you want to sign up for workshops, please sign up for workshops with me if you can. I would love to meet you, but I don't know. You might not want to be with me for 6 hours. That might be a little much. um, but anyway, so if you want to save $20, you can type in the code YF20, and that information is in the video description below, as well as with the link. It's a first come first serve, and I noticed that one of the classes has already been sold, and I'm like, yay! So anyway, so there are 20 seats in each class. And once those seats fill, I hope they fill, but once they fill, then the class is full. And the three classes that I'm teaching, two of the classes are brand new. I have not taught them yet. And I also want to put a plug in for my watch channel. I am going to be, once the new year begins, I'm going to be releasing some of these classes on the watch channel. So those of you who want to learn some of these things, I mean, it's going to be a little different than the absolute live class because you're not going to get my feedback. They're not like Zoom classes. This is just going to be a recording of, of some of the information that you would be getting in these classes live. But the first one is, I'll tell you that I've already taught. There's a 3-hour class called Big and Bold Crochet Cables, where you'll learn how to, how to do these cables. Most of you may already know how to do all of these, but where you learn how to do the different variations on the larger cables, like the one on the sweater behind me. And this is using my special technique that I use with the half double crochet in between as a kind of as a buffer to help add stitch definition. But a lot of you guys probably already know that. But if not, please sign up. It's only a 3-hour class. These classes are not cheap, so before you click that link, just be prepared for a little bit of sticker shock. Okay, just be prepared. Conferences like this take a lot of money, a lot of investment to get everybody there. There are going to be a lot of people. This is a lot of different things that you can learn there. So it's not just going to be crochet, it's going to be crochet, knit, spinning, weaving, and some other things that you might be interested in as well. The two classes that are going to be new are going to be 6 hour classes. So that's from 9 a.m. until 4:30 with a lunch break and, little breaks in between. The first one is turning easy crochet fabric into your favorite scarf or shawl. And we're going to be learning how to do that with various shapes, like a moon shaped shawl, um, asymmetrical shawls, um, and also just the more traditional triangular shapes as well. So we're going to learn some of the basics. You probably will not leave with a completed scarf, but what you're going to leave with is a notebook filled with swatches, and ideas, numbers, a worksheet that you can refer back to so that you can um, learn how to design your own designs, which if you're interested in that aspect of crocheting, that might be a good class. It's going to be for intermediate crocheters. Although I think beginner crocheters could also learn a lot from this if you want to, delve into a little bit of the deep side of the pool. But I'll have life preservers available, so to speak. Um, and you'll also leave with information. Let's say, well, how much yarn will I really need to develop this scarf idea? And so I'll have estimates and ideas for about what you might want, because there's also going to be a marketplace with many, many, many different indie yarn dyers and other, yarn businesses that are going to be there in the marketplace. So you can, go from what do I need to, wow, let's go shopping and let's shop at some of these, these little kiosks of some of the premier yarn dyers in the country who are going to be there. I recognize quite a few people, and there's one lady that's going to be there that has these beautiful yarn attachments. I'm not going to tell you too much about her yet because I want to try to get her so that you can meet her face to face with one of my programs. But I'm just going to hold off on that and let tell you more as things develop. But the other class that I'm going to teach, I'm really excited about the shawl class. But you know me, I'm a poncho person, and I am super excited, even more excited about this other class. It's a 6 hour class. It's called How to Design Your Own Texturized Poncho or Stole. And yeah, so just imagine, I mean, I want you to learn how to make things the way you want to make them. And I'm going to be covering, let me see, where is it? Ah, it's right here, right behind me. How to make, you know, ponchos like this, how to design the panels, the math that goes into that, how do you pick yarn? How do you know how much yardage that you're going to need? How do you know how big to make the panels, and what happens if you make the panels too big or too small? How to design a stole, which is actually quite easy, but um, how to design them, making the stitches, in long rows, how to make them, making it, going side by side as you crochet, just different ways of doing all of that. It's very interrelated, and and we're going to also be talking a lot about stitch work in those as well. So I mean, it's something that you can just come and take a lot of notes on. We're going to be crocheting some swatches too, so lots and lots of stuff happening in that class. And again, that class, I hope to put some bits and pieces of that on my watch channel as well, so that you can get a feel for what that would be like. But I will tell you that watching a video of me doing stuff and being in a classroom with about 20 other people who share the same passion are two different experiences. Yeah, it's expensive. Yes, it's expensive to travel. I get all that. Um, but there is nothing, like that commercial talks about, just experiencing the joy of being with others just like you. It's priceless. I mean, it's beyond a price tag in my estimation. And as far as mental health goes, I am not a mental health expert, but I do know when my mental health is doing well, and I know when it's not doing well. And I will say that whenever I've attended a conference, my tank has been, or my cup has been overflowing, with ideas, with, just having been with a bunch of friends. I can go on and on and on. As a disclaimer, though, I've never been to a yarn fest. This will be my first that I'm going to be able to attend. I've been to many Crochet Guild of America conferences, and I'm hoping that will go forward, and that will be in the summer. So if you're not able to travel to Colorado, I totally get that. I've only done it once in my life. Um, but there is going to be one in the South in New Orleans in July. It's going to be hot. So don't bring your sweaters to wear, okay? Unless you're indoors, you'll probably need them. But yeah, so if you're not able to do way out west, if New Orleans is like within a driving distance for you, or something that you can do, definitely block some of those dates out in mid-July, okay? Because we're hoping to be there. Don't know if I'm teaching there yet. I won't find that out till later, whether my classes have been accepted there. But I'm definitely going to be in Loveland, Lord willing. I'm planning on being there no matter what. All right. Let's see. I have covered everything on my to-do list here, but I just want to go and I should be listening to Hannah. Hannah, I'm sorry. I'm just now opening up the thing here so I can look at your questions. Um, okay. Um, is it? I'm gonna botch this name. I'm so sorry. Is it Periette? Lorty? Forgive me if I didn't get that right. Says really likes the scarf I'm wearing and is asking what the pattern, or which video she can watch. Okay. Um, well, this is actually on my channel. I don't know if you can see this is the large honeycomb cable on the side. I believe it's called the honeycomb cable. If you look, if you look in the playlist of scarves in um, on my channel, it's on there, but it doesn't look like anything like this as far as the color goes. The color is it's a multicolored yarn that I used from Knit Crate to design it, and I probably should have held off on, or I should have done something different with that yarn, but I already had the design in mind when they sent the yarn. And so the yarn is a little more busy than the yarn that I'm wearing. So but there's this beautiful girl wearing it. Let me see if I can, well, hold on a second. Let me do something here, and I will get that link for you. Give me 1 second. Will it come up? Okay, the crocheted honeycomb scarf. Let me go ahead. Okay, I'm going to put the link right now. Okay, I just put the link in the chat. I don't know if you can click on that, but I will. Let me put this down here. I will try to add. Okay, I'm going to try to add. We'll add that link to the video description once the broadcast has completed, once it is finished. To try to add it right now I'm not sure what that would do, but I'd rather go through the comments and just see if there's anybody else here. Oh, we have Maureen. She says here, West Texas. We always have snow in February, March. Last year it came in January more than once. Wow. Yeah, we've had snow earlier and then we've had it later. It just varies a lot. I mean, I don't think there's for Maryland there's not anything set in stone. And it's kind of funny to me. No matter what the weather does, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm so surprised," and I'm like, "It's always been like this for decades." But anyway, we've had snow as early as October. Because I remember because my husband got snowed in and couldn't land in Maryland, had to get off the plane in New York and took a train to get home, so we didn't have to wait for 2 days in New York at Kennedy Airport waiting to get another flight out. I remember driving to downtown Washington, D.C. to pick him up at Union Station at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I remember October snow. And we've had it as late as April. I remember waiting for a bus many, many years ago to go shopping just to get out of the house, cabin fever. And it was kind of a nice spring day, and then we ended up with snow showers, and yeah, that was kind of fun. It was beautiful, and it didn't last long, which was good. Um, yeah, Jane's asking. Yeah, yeah, yes, Jane, the guitar shop question. I'm seeing it again in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that today. I'm gonna have to get that out of my system. I think it's ordained. If it hasn't been sold, and if it's been sold, well, that's okay. I'll look for another one. I'm very easy to please when it comes to that, and I get so I just see all those beautiful woods, and oh, something happens to me. I don't do that every day, just to let you all know. This is just something that I definitely need to have something that I can use like that, and it's just a good excuse. Um, I love to craft said I'd love to see the video for those yummy bites. For those of you who are just coming to the channel, I do have a video for peanut butter fudge. It's made on the stove top. It takes probably takes you longer to gather the few ingredients than it will to make the fudge at all. And oh, also when you pour this out from the pan, you just pour it out into like one of those glass Pyrex pans or something, and you don't have to grease the pan or anything because there's plenty of butter in the mixture. That'll take care of that. Um, it's really good. If I haven't said that already. And this recipe came from a friend when I was in college many many years ago. So it's an old recipe, and my kids have will tell you it's tried and true. And they have all learned to make it. Even my boys can make it. Um, let's see, Joni. See, oh, we have Harriet in the chat. Hey, Harriet. Um, that reminds me. Last night I was going through some jewelry that my mom left. We're coming up on I wasn't going to go here, but I'll go ahead and say, since your name reminded me of it, my sister and I were kind of going through some of the jewelry and trying to figure out what to do with it. But we found a little nameplate that my mom used to always wear. It had her name, Harriet, but she spells it with a TTE on the end. And of course, as you can imagine, everybody would misspell it because they would spell it HARRIET. And then she also had uh, which was also my maiden name, Schweitzer, which is a 10-letter German last name. So between those two names, nobody ever quite got it right. So it was always a kind of a laughing joke when we were in a good mood about that. Yeah, where was I going with that? Yeah, this coming Sunday will be 3 years that she has left us. So yeah, we're I'm gonna be really happy to just kind of get away, get out of town, so that it's not too much of a bother, so I can just really be distracted with family. But yeah, we were going through and just looking at that, and that little. I'm just let you know, Hannah. I did. Brenda wanted that, and I said absolutely take it. And so anyway, just some of the things that you do when you lose your loved one. It's just we've just put this off because we just couldn't bear to really go through some of this stuff any sooner. Um, and Jody says I'll be making nut bread probably today for gifts for my dear neighbor who is going to Florida for 3 months. Oh, poor thing. She will be there with her hubby, my sweet friends. Wow, wow. Yeah, that'd be cool to go down to Florida for the winter. We used to see so many snowbirds, we call them, when we were living down there. Um, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that myself, especially during COVID, because you can't do anything up here. But hopefully that's all going to get better and better. Um, wow. Oh wow. Tracy said that Harriet was her grandmother's name. Wow, that is so cool. What's kind of funny is in the old sitcoms and things, you hear people joke about Bob and Harriet, just kind of Bob and Harriet, and because that was pretty common set of names back then. Well, that was my mom and dad. My dad was Robert, but he went by the nickname Bob. So that was my mom's name, my mom and dad's names. It was just so funny, people. have that as so typical from that era. I guess it was much more common. All right. Ooh, um, let's see. I got a lot of comments all of a sudden. I'm sorry. I've been just. Um, I'm backing up here. Oh wow. I see Johnny's in the chat. Hey Johnny, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying some nice Florida breezes down there. Um, yeah, Tracy was wondering if you're retiring. Hold on, I'm backing up still. Whew. Is it Dark Nisha Guru? Wow, that's an interesting name from North Norway. It says we have lots of snow and it is very cold. 30 minus 30 degrees centigrade. Whoa, that does sound cold. Hmm. Um, ooh. But it's not as well. Anyway, I was gonna say it's not as cold as well. Anyway, I don't know what the conversion is, but I just know that 0 centigrade is 32 Fahrenheit. So anyway, but it's still cold. It's still cold. Um, and Johnny says he was jumping on for a quick hello. I don't know if you're still here because I'm not quick as you know. Hey, we have the book fanatic. We have Bobby in the chat. Hey Bobby, welcome my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're still enjoying going to the gym. We were talking about you last week and how you're doing better. And I just do hope that trend is continuing upward and you're getting stronger from those awful infections and stuff and breaks that you've had to deal with. Um, Okay, I think I've caught up to where the comments jumped. I just wanted to be careful that I don't miss anybody because it's really, really easy for me to do. We have Anajala in the chat. Hey, and let's see. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Kelly says she signed up for my newsletter. For those of you who don't know, I have a newsletter I put out like maybe once a month, or unless something incredible happens, I'll put a quick one out there. I'm not a very good at spamming people, which is something I want to continue to not be good at. But if you do sign up for my stuff, just to let you know, you're not going to hear from me 3 times a day and 10 times on the weekends. It might be once a month because I do respect your privacy and I don't want you to have to just keep clearing me out of your out of your mailboxes all the time. But when I do send it out, it's usually a recap of things that I've talked about here or things that I've released. Or sometimes it's new things. I haven't released anything yet about the Yarnfest, so you're some of the first to hear about that information today. Um, and Johnny's wishing us a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, and to everybody for that matter. We have Grace from Washington State. Just hope all are well and wishing everyone a blessed Christmas. Thank you. Um, all right. And Johnny says it's been kind of crazy. Um, yeah, and Bobby's saying, I can't believe it's a week till Christmas. Yeah, well, a week and yeah, that's right. Was it next Friday will be Christmas Eve? Is that right? 17, 18, 18. Yeah, gee whiz. Whew. I got to get out there and play some more Christmas songs while we still can. Um, yeah, Kate says, gosh, it's hard to imagine. Um, oh, wow. Okay, and Najla says, I was expecting the live, hoping there will be one tonight. We are so close of Christmas. Yeah, let me go ahead and let you guys know. I don't know just yet what I'm doing next Friday. But I will let you know in advance. I don't know what's going to be happening in the household because I'll be in South Carolina, and there may be a lot of my kids around by then. I don't really know who's going to be there. I think Caleb and Christy will be there. I don't know about Joseph and Sarah, but I'm just not sure. But if the family is chilling and I've got time to go live next Friday, I definitely will try. Okay, I just want to let you know that. But again, I will post and let you know in the community forum, the community part of the YouTube. I think you do get notifications from that. Let me go ahead and put a quick, I never talk about this. I probably should get better, but if you guys can hit the thumbs up, that would be great. But if you're not a subscriber to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. And one more thing, if you hit that little notification bell, that will let you know, I can let you know what I'm doing next week. I can let you know, yay, I'm going, or no, we're gonna just, enjoy family time. But since it's so early in the day, I think I'm gonna still try to go live next week. So again, just leave that up in the air, but it's like, let's say 70% chance of going live next week, okay? But 30% chance that something could come up, and my kids may just kidnap me and take me somewhere else. I don't know. And that would be fine with me, Hannah, if you guys want to do that. But I don't know. We'll see. Whew. I need to be careful how much fudge I eat before I join. There's a lot of caffeine in this, I think. Oh, I had the tea too. That's probably why I'm talking so much. Yeah, Kate says 2021 has flown by. Honestly, Kate, it really has. I look at pictures in my photos, and I'm like, was that 2020 or 2021? Because they have all kind of been this monochromatic. I don't want to say boring, but because it's not been boring. There've been stuff that, well, anyway, I won't get into all the details, but yeah, it has been kind of like one day looks like another, looks like another. I forget how many times I've, when I was down in South Carolina with my mother-in-law, and we'd look at each other and she'd say, what day is it? And I'm like, I don't know, let me look at my watch. And thankfully, my watch will have the date and what day of the week it is, because they all look alike. And we'd even missed trash pickup a couple of times because we thought it was the next day coming, but oh no, we should have put it out last night. And whew, yeah, it's been very monochromatic. 2020 and 2021. I think that's why they just all look the same. But maybe 2022 is going to be the year we can get out of our shells and travel again. Please, Lord Jesus, let that be. Um, okay. Hannah, Hannah, you've been up since 6 a.m. Oh boy, I better wrap this up quickly so you can go take a nap. Um, Yep, and Johnny says he finally got a city job, so I'll have good benefits and weekends off. Woo, woo, that's good, Johnny. Good for you. That's great. Um, got some really, really exciting news for one of my children this week too, um, and I'm just so excited for him. One of my, I won't say names or anything, but he finally, got a full time job. So instead of being a contractor and just piecemealing things together, he's got a job now working for a really good company, a small company, but it was some wonderful guys from his church and doing film. And well, this is Caleb, but we're really excited. And so excited for him. And he's going to actually, for the first time in years, have insurance and stuff like that. Wow. So we're really, really, really excited, really blessed. It's just really cool to see years of prayers, answered in just a perfect way, and in such a way that, and I am not complaining that he's not had all these things all along, because when we don't have everything we want when we want it, as you well know, that when we finally get something that we've needed for a while or longed for, we our appreciation for it is off the charts. Instead of just, oh yeah, yeah, oh well, thanks, no, it's like, whoa, this is big. And so, I am just even glad for the way the Lord even delayed that gratification, so that there's appreciation, and there's just thankfulness there that I think wouldn't have been there otherwise. So anyway, thank you, thanks to the Lord for that. Got some other kids we're still praying for on this, just because of the nature of the industry that they're in. But trusting, just always have something to trust for. But since God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and is all everything, we're not worried. We know He's got this. Um, oh, Anajala says, I'm struggling with modifications on the Abigail shawl.
Well, Nigel, if you want to email me, bonniebay@me.com, we can have that conversation through email, and maybe that will help answer some questions. Um, and yes, Nigel, she's asked. I'm going through the older questions here. Yes, this is the. She was asking about the flute. Yeah, this is a Native American flute, one of many. They have so many. Talk about collecting things. This is another area. Uh, I have I have I own three of these in different keys right now, and I really enjoy them. They're beautiful, and I do play them. I do some recordings with them, so they're not just sitting around collecting dust. But yeah, those are beautiful, and you can get them very inexpensively too, and by a lot of different handcrafters. Ah, yeah, Tracy said that talking to Johnny about benefits and said, I don't know what we would do without my husband's benefits. It's important. Yeah, it is. It makes it's very important. I'm with you on that, Tracy. Um, all right. And thanks for trying to answer that question, Hannah, um, about the flutes, because I do have other flutes too, more the diatonic, regular, normal looking kind, as well as whistles, which are kind of in the same family. But anyway, um, and Tracy says they've both been in retail most of our lives and never have weekends off. So that's pretty awesome too. Yes, having the weekends is amazing. Which is why it's so cool with my kids for a time. I think four of them had to work at Chick-fil-A, but no matter how rough your week, you always had Sunday off. It's just that was just such a blessing to them. They could always go to church on Sunday if they wanted to, and that was just a great perk about being there. Um, I just like the way they cared for their people too. Anyway, um, oh, thank you, Nigel, for your beautiful comment there. Oh, we have Phyllis from sunny Michigan. Yay! Glad you could join us, Phyllis. Um, and a crafter's grimoire sanctuary says, "Oh, I would love interview shows with you and guests." Oh, thank you for that comment. This is in reference to interviewing one of the people who are going to be at Yarnfest. I'm going to see what I could do. We had talked at the Frederick Fiberfest and about maybe collaborating on some things because she has this lady, this person I was talking about earlier. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but she has like these. This is not one of hers, but you know how things that you use to connect shawls. She has things that are unique, and I have um, not seen anything like the stuff that she has, and they're handmade, and they're made with leather and certain metals, and they're just really unique. And I it's called JUL. I'm not even going to go there because I want to just do it right when I do introduce you to her and her to you. But I'm hoping to get to know her a little bit better, so that we can go forward with that. Um, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can do something together. Kelly wants to know, are you excited for Christmas? Yes, Kelly, I am. In some aspects of it, absolutely. I love the celebrating part. I love focusing on the reason for the season. It's a little hard for me. I mean, I mentioned earlier, it's a little hard for me. It's from our family too because 3 years ago we had my mom's memorial service on Christmas Eve morning. So that makes it a little tough, but I think if I'm in a different state, in a different place, I do want to remember my mom, but I want to remember her in a good way and not to be all sad all the time around Christmas, if you know what I mean. I know a lot of us have lost loved ones around this time of the year, and um, so I might want to say something about that too. Just you might want to just be mindful of people around you that are hurting or people that you may know in your community that are going to be by themselves this year, especially singles. If you know people who are single, who are older adult singles who are in your life or in your church or community, you might be surprised. They might not have any place to be or to go for the holiday. Reach out to them by all means, or people who maybe are widowed for the first time, are widowers. Reach out to them. Um, help them make good, help them make a new memory, a really good memory for the holidays. I mean, I'm not, and please don't take that as a mandate or anything like that. I know many of you think that way, but I think sometimes I know I need to be reminded of that. Um, I know there's a lady in my church. I'm not going to mention names or anything, but she's coming off of surgery herself, and she's getting along quite well, but her husband is in a nursing home, and really having a hard time, and it's really hard for her. It's really hard. So people like that, reach out to them, even if it's just to bring them a flower, bring them one of those beautiful poinsettia flowers or something from Costco, or they're really cheap from Walmart. You don't have to bake anything. Just bring a little plant or flower or something, just to let them know you're thinking of them. Um, I know that means a lot. In the in the video, you'll see flowers on my counter. In the video about the fudge, and that was flowers that my church sent to me because they remembered the day, and I thought that it just blew me away. So, and it really means a lot to me. So anyway, I'm really fine. I'm just a moment of joy. I'm just remembering just how, just that thought that they even remembered, was just meant so much. So do that for somebody. And I'll tell you what'll happen when you do that for somebody else. You are the one who's going to come away totally blown away and blessed. It's like it's an oxymoron experience, but you always hear, and it's redundant to say it, but giving is better than receiving. It really is. So, um, try it if you've never tried it. Find somebody that you might not even know that well. Maybe somebody at the grocery store, or the clerk that you like to go through his or her line at the store. Bring them a little crochet dishcloth or something. I did that a couple times, and it was just really fun for me. I got more out of it than they did. So if you're looking to get high on joy, reach out to somebody else in your area. Again, I'm not telling you anything you don't already do, because you guys are crocheters and you're always thinking of others. Or I think most of the time we are kind of trying to do that, at least. Nobody's perfect at it for sure. But anyway, we have Renee in our chat, and I do need to wrap this up. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. I just so love the way you guys encourage each other in this chat, which is one reason why I'm not reading everything, but I will read it afterwards. All right, well, let me go ahead, and I'm just going to read one thing, and then we're going to finish up, because I need to let Hannah go, and sorry, Hannah Hudson wants to get tacos again, so I'm gonna do my weekly taco date with my son, and then come back and watch the video thing. My husband gets his little award, so yay. All right, well, this is, I'm just going to read the words to the song I played earlier at the beginning of the broadcast. So if you're just coming and you want to hear the song, you have to rewind and listen to it at the beginning. But it's called O Come Emmanuel. And this is from a verse from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 7:14, where it says, "Behold, a virgin shall bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." And Emmanuel means God with us. So it's in reference to the incarnation. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns and lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou rod of Jesse, free thy own from Satan's tyranny, from depths of hell thy people save, and give them victory over the grave. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou dayspring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here, and drive away the shades of night, and pierce the clouds, and bring us light. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel, shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou key of David, come, and open wide our heavenly home. Make safe the way that leads on high, and close the path to misery. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, desire of nations, bind all peoples in one heart and mind. Bid envy, strife, and quarrels cease. Fill all the world with heaven's peace. Amen to that. Rejoice, rejoice. Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Amen. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you guys next week, which will be Christmas Eve. Again, check the community post, and I'll let you know if it's a yay or something has come up. But I'm hoping to see you guys next week. God bless. Bye bye.